Hello there and welcome to part 2 of the video on the Slazenger Ambassador clubs. Hopefully you've already seen part 1 where the clubs are shown in more detail. I'm going to try and put a link to that at the top of the page, so if you haven't seen it you can click the link. As I said in part 1, I've managed to play a full 18 holes of bogey golf, which is match play against the course as explained above. So I split the video into 2 parts as it got quite long. The clubs I'm using are a full set of mid-1970s Slazenger Ambassador featuring laminated woods, reverse muscle-back blades and a flanged blade putter. And if you don't want to watch the whole video, at least try and watch hole 13. Here are the 1970s lofts for the clubs, for those interested. As this is 18 holes, I've been quite ruthless with the editing to try and keep the length down, so time I stopped chatting and started playing. My course handicap from the yellow tees is 12, so I receive a shot on holes indexes 1 to 12. The first hole is index 12, so I get a shot there. A bit of a low drive, 184 yards down the right, finishing in the rough, which left me 150 to the front, and I hit a decent 6-iron, which just made it to the edge of the green, leaving me this putt, which went in for birdie. It's a nice way to start. The next hole, and another shot hole, I hit a 6-iron pin high but to the left side of the green. So that left me 2 putts for a net birdie and the win. First putt was a nice pace and finished off 2 up. On to the next, a par 5. I pushed the drive about 190 into the right hand rough, from where I hit a poor 5-iron which went about 135, leaving me 168. Another 5-iron, better strike but pulled to the rough on the left, meaning I had to chip. I played worse. No shot here, so this needs to go in for the half. Back to 1 up. I sliced the drive on the next hole and it went into a little spinny about 170 yards away. And here I was just trying to punch a 5-iron through a gap in the trees and try and scramble a bogey for the half. I clipped a thin branch but got through okay, and that left me a 9-iron to the front, which I hit quite well and made it just to the front of the green. It's a lot better than I expected. Chance for a par and a win. A missed opportunity there, but I got the bogey for the half. On to the next, no shot and an awful drive out the heel. All I could do was try and hack a 6-iron out of the rough as far as I could hit it. After that shot I had 137 to go and hit 7-iron. Oh! Was shanked it. A bit embarrassing. I now needed to hole this sand wedge from behind the 6th tee for a half. Of course it was never going to happen and I just got onto the green, but I'm holding everything out just to try and keep a score at the end of the day. First putt was woefully short, missed the next one, so that's a 3-putt triple bogey, back to all square. Well, having just almost killed the lady who was standing on this next tee with that shank, a little bit rattled, and I ended up with a 7 there, 3 over par. But let's just have a quick look at the clubs in the bag now. Oh, here they are then, the Slazenger Ambassador set, beautiful looking set, and the 135 wood putter, lovely colour on the woods. I'm not sure what you call that. Is it, I can't remember, might be avocado, I don't know. No, that's a green colour, isn't it? Ignore me, I'm prattling. Right, after the trials of that hole, I need to calm my nerves for this tee shot. I did have a hole in one on this hole a few weeks ago with a Ben Sayers 6-iron, slam dunked it, so that was a first for me, highlight of the year so far. I'm going to hit 7-iron. Nice shot with the 7-iron. Shot tracer lost it a little bit, but you get the idea. So this is a shot hole. I've got 2 putts for the win. 2 in a round. Another shot hole. The drive was on line with the bunker on the right, but carried it comfortably. And left me with a pitching wedge to the green, but I played a very poor shot that went into the right hand bunker. But from there, I almost holed it for a birdie. I should have repositioned the camera, as you can't see the par attempt until it's missed. So that's a bogey and a half. As you can see, I failed to record the drive on the 8th, which is a hole where I don't get a shot. Right, my drive went 180 yards. I know this is the kiss of death, but I've been hitting my fairway woods quite well recently, so I'm going to hit a 3-wood. Lo and behold, that was a decent strike. It went 190 yards and left me 100 to the green from where I hit this 9-iron and left myself a very long putt, which was always going to be a big ask for a 2-putt, especially when I left it this short, and that missed, so that's a bogey, back to all square. 9th hole, I pulled my drive, it went about 211 yards, so a decent strike. And from this awkward stance I tried to force a 6-iron, but I pulled it onto the bank short left of the green, leaving me an awkward little pitch. I'll let the catalogue of disaster unfold. There we go. So at the turn, 1 down. The light was beginning to fade now and shot tracer was starting to struggle, but let's continue onwards. 1 down, back 9. It's a decent drive, just over 220 yards. And then a poor 5-iron that went about 130 into the left rough, and I followed that with a hack from the 7-iron, which left me about 100 yards from the green after 3 and needing something miraculous. I played the pitching wedge and hit it well. Left me this one for a par. Save myself there, back to all square. Short par 3, no shot. Solid 6-iron, pin high. And that's a regulation par for the half. On to the 12th. Shot hole can be intimidating if you're not feeling confident, but I got this one away well with a drive of just over 240 yards. That left me 158 yards and I hit 5-iron to the right hand fringe. Using the putter. Bit of a double break on that one, but I judged the pace well, just left a little knee knocker, but sunk it for a par net birdie to go 1 up. On to the 13th, another shot hole and another good drive of about 220 yards, which left me 126 and I took the 8-iron. A nice strike and a huge divot stuck to the club head. Unfortunately, light was very low, but that landed very close to the hole. I think that might have gone in, I can't see it. Yeah, record my way up there. Looked as though it bounced right next to the flag and disappeared. It's either very close or it's gone in. Well, looks like a pitch mark right in front of the hole. Well, 2 birdies and first eagle on the channel. I don't know what to say. Oh, I'm still a bit stunned. There's a shot hole as well, so I'll make that a 5-pointer. I'm glad I carried on playing a few more holes. 2 up, 5 holes to play, and hit a nice 3-wood at 202 yards into the right hand rough. From there I hit 9-iron, which is a front flag, but it came up quite a bit short. Oh, chipperoonie. Short game again. That had to go in for a half. So that's a bogey and a lost hole, back to 1 up. It's starting to get dark now. I think the shot tracer will be struggling to pick the flights up, so I'm going to make this the last hole. I'm currently 1 up, no shot on this one. It's a par 5 into the wind, uphill. It's going to be a difficult one to get a half on. We'll see how we go. Reasonable contact on the drive, but just pushed into the right hand rough, and then I get a bit ambitious with my 6-iron and just advance it about 100 yards, which left me about 170 to go from the rough. I needed a par, so tried to get a 5-wood there, unsuccessfully, which left me this 9-iron and this siding swing. Reached the green a long way from the hole, so long putt for a half. I gave it a firm wrap, but it missed to the right, so hole lost, back to all square. Happy with the 2-putt though. Right, I've decided I'm going to play the last 3 holes, even if you can barely see them on the video. Shot tracer probably won't pick anything up, but at least I'll have done a full 18 then. Good drive down the 16th, just over 230, which left me 140 to go, and I hit a 7-iron. A little bit bottom greedy, but it got to the green and left me a birdie putt. Not to be, but a par net birdie with my shot, so I sneak ahead again, 1 up. Into the 17th, another shot hole. Bit heavy, but a reasonable drive, 215 yards up the hill, left me 168, but my 4-iron was a bit mishit. I came up short. Chose to play the safer option of a bump and run, and I got the ball on the green. You can see that the camera's struggling with the lack of light. Here we go, then I've got 2 putts for a bogey, a net par for the half, and that's safely negotiated. And we're on to the last hole, and I'm 1 up, so I can't lose, but it'd be nice to win. I've had issues taking irons off this tee, recently, so I've opted for the 5 wood. This went a little bit high and came up short on the right in the little swale that surrounds the green. The chip and 2 puts would be enough though. Bladed across the green. Currently 1 up in the match. I need to get up and down for a half on this hole and win. I can't go long, there's a big drop off at the back. 7 iron. It felt good when I hit that, but it's still run by 10 or 12 feet. So I've got this for the half and to win the match. And that's the win. Now I know how the guys on the Ryder Cup feel. Maybe not. Summarising the round then. I had 11 over par on the scorecard, 5 fairways hit, 7 greens in regulation and 29 putts. It was a very close and enjoyable match. I hope you enjoyed this format rather than the usual one. If you've got any comments, please add them below. So, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.